Hello and welcome back to Harmful Place. We're playing a new game. We're playing, oh, well, we're actually not playing a new game. I guess we're playing an old game. This is SkiFree, who some of you may remember if you ever owned an old Windows computer from like 1990s, 1991. That's a year after I was born. So, this game is old, very old. This is a 25-year-old game. Anyway, so it's Christmas, and this game is kinda Christmas-like. I mean, it's a skiing game. Also a freaking classic. So let's unpause it. Okay, so basically, it's you know, how to explain? So. It's you ski, and then you make sure not to die, and then I think it's like when you get to a certain playtime or something exciting happens. Something very exciting. Yeah, this was back when PCs barely ran anything. Like, this was made directly to I'm pretty sure it was bundled with Windows back in the day. Not even like Windows. Not even like Windows 95. This was like way old. Ugh. Basically, you go ski, and you ski, and you, oh god, you go, whoa, but this is harder than I remember, honestly. This is way harder than I remember. How do we, nah, no, 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 don't kill me. In case you haven't noticed, I didn't turn off the sound of the game. There literally is no sound in this game. It's kind of this dude in a Christmas hat, skiing down the hill, hoping not to get killed by fish. That's you. Oh, I should drag it in so you can see it. 1 minute 55 50 second. Oh. Okay. Now you're just kind of skiing. Nothing much is happening. The hell? At least my speed is kind of high. Oh, fuck. Who put all these trees on this hill? You'd think, like, when it was a skiing hill, there wouldn't be this many trees, but apparently so. Apparently some douchebag decided to just plant a tree all over the goddamn place. Crap. Oh, crap. In case, you know, my voice sounds different, I'm trying. Oh god! Well, that is high. Yeah, I'm trying something different, right? I'm trying to make sure because right now my microphone has actually been turned down and it's still been pretty loud. Whenever I recorded something. Now I'm just trying kind of to do something different to make sure my microphone runs on its highest, and that means I'm having to set. Ow! God damn! Just little snowboarding douchebag just kind of went in. Yeah, but this microphone is actually way more powerful than I thought. It's actually able to pick up everything in my room, from down to the door opening and closing. And I'm trying to like find a situation where I can use it in silence and record in silence and make it good and everything. 111, that's you. girls, yeah. Yeah, that's why my voice might sound different with one. Might even not publish this once, and there's a real chance my voice will be all muffled. What the frick? What the fucking snowboarding douchebags just kinda... Do they get eaten by the big bad, incredibly evil snowman? No. No. It's just me. And I'm just here, I'm just minding my own business, I'm not even doing anything. Just kinda skiing all over this, gay pride hill. Apparently they decided to put gay pride flags all over the damn place. Oh god! Okay. Yeah, it's SkiFree. I mean, it's available for free download by now because the guy who made it put it on his website. You could just download this. This is the most official release you will get of it free. It's like, okay, fine, you know. I don't know if Microsoft don't own it or whatever that means. Yeah. This is like, it's weird because like when it comes to early PC games, they don't really get that much attention. I mean, a lot of people remember who Duke Nukem is, but I think they remember him more because of how much trouble there was and how much waiting there was around what's it called, like the Duke Nukem Forever thing. -20. And like people remember Doom, but that's because they made a movie out of it and they made a modern release of the game, which also came out of consoles. You don't really hear people talk about Commander Keen or Biomenace or what's it called, Jill of the Jungle or Jazz Jackrabbit. And people are just kind of like, maybe if they were in Gears of War, whatever's, we'd talk about it, but nope. And SkiFree is really, like, the weird thing is, whenever I talk to people about SkiFree, they're like, oh yeah, I played SkiFree, then why the fuck do you not talk about it anymore? Like, whenever people do these nostalgia lists, PC gaming is vividly absent. For whatever reason. I don't know why. It's weird. Oh, shit, dude, no, oh, god damn it. Yeah. But anyway, I think I'm gonna talking about SkiFree for long enough. If you haven't played SkiFree, honestly, I think it might be more of an nostalgia thing. As you can see, I'm controlling the character with my mouse. And I can also control him with the numpad if I so wish. And it's really not like... You go through these things, you get all the points, and then you kind of just... Even after hitting the finish line, you just kind of go out in the great beyond, meeting no one, until you eventually get eaten by the abominable snowman. And that is really all there is to it. It's a nice little time waster. I mean, you got to remember back when it came out, games were pretty damn expensive. I mean, people are talking about, oh, I paid $60 for whatever's. Super Mario Bros. 3 cost like $129 when it came out. And most other games were in that price range because the technology was still so new. It was so goddamn expensive. That's really why there were a lot of consoles back then that would have done great in today's economy. Like, there was like the Atari Jaguar and the 3DO and stuff like that failed not because they were worse than the Sega and the Nintendo, but because they were just so expensive, because they use so like crisp and modern technology. And then cut to today where you're talking about like, oh, who can run 1080p at 60 frames per second with all the things and the things. I mean, that's pretty much the argument today. Not today, you can't really get them. They like if you make like a weak console today, you're gonna get ridiculed. The only reason Nintendo is able to pull it off is because they have so iconic franchises, really. And because they like where they don't go up on technology, they go up on experimentation with like two screen thing and things like that, touchscreen, console gameplay and stuff, and motion controls and all those things. But if you ask like an Xbox fan or PlayStation 3 fan, like the console war is really boiled down to how powerful is your machine. I just beat my own I beat my own record. Fuck yes, bitches. But yeah. So basically, games were really expensive. Just to get back to my point, and that means free games like SkiFree and maybe the 3D Pinball Space Cadet that came with Windows 95, and stuff like that became really what people knew because was this weird situation where everybody knew these games, but they never talked about it because it felt like such a normal thing. Like, oh yeah, of course I'll boot Solitaire while I'm waiting on something, or of course I'll play a bit of Space Cadet or something, right? Like casual gaming was a lot more widely accepted, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and free games were normally released by actually pretty big companies. I mean, this is a one guy operation, but it was connected to Microsoft, and like then you have like the shareware model, which was an entire business model centered around releasing the first 10 levels of your video game and then releasing it for free people to play, with the only thing like to make people buy the full game being a screen at the end of the game going, oh, if you want the full story, you go buy the full game, order it directly from Apogee Software or whatever. So yeah, I mean, there was a bit of gaming history there, and I mean, this is back when they still had a problem with the don't copy that floppy and shit like that. I think back then, PC piracy was a bit more, I want to say, accepted than it is today, and that's probably because PC gaming has gone to a different place than it did back then. I mean, it's become much more, I want to say, convenient to get PC games than it was back when, like, as I said, Apogee, did you want the full version of Jazz Jack Rabbit, you pretty much had to order it directly from Apogee Software. By mail order. I mean, you couldn't go to your local electronics store and you couldn't go down to GameStop. There was no such thing as GameStop. Right? GameStop didn't come around till around, I think, the Nintendo 64 days. So imagine this entire period before that where you had to like order things directly from the production companies, and that of course meant that some costs were extremely high, or some games that were actually pretty experimental and interesting got very obscure, and it was just a weird situation, and people copied games from each other because sometimes it was the only way. There was no internet. Remember that? No internet, so just you couldn't just go into abandonware.com and download like 5 games from this era. You had to either like buy a mainstream game, like a console game from Nintendo, or you had to order it from them, and that made people like share it by copying floppy disks. Yeah, because floppy disks were a lot easier to copy than copy protection consisted of writing specific sentences in the game manual that you had to write on screen instead. The copy protection for some games got really fucking obscure. Like you'd play the game like normal, and then suddenly midway through the game, or even perhaps around the end of the game, you'd get like, go to B45A and write what the word says there. And you go there, and then you get like this entire triggered method of how to decode what word you're supposed to write. And of course it'd be printed in really obscure colors like baby blue or something, so old school printers couldn't copy it. It was weird. And then skip to today where game keys came out. Remember there was a big like outrage when game keys came out because, oh, they don't trust us. Well, of course they don't fucking trust you, because copying games was just so like normal. It was like almost widely accepted. Just like copying music is today, like MP3 downloads, shit like that. Pretty much like, you should go buy the CD. Yeah, but everyone is going out to the MP3 or whatever the fuck, downloading music instead, or listening to it on YouTube. YouTube. Yeah, I guess that's a bit of gaming history for you. I've been rambling long enough about shit that doesn't matter, so thank you guys for watching this episode of Fun for Play. So I hope you enjoyed it. Go on next time for more shenanigans. Until then, bye!